I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts. I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack. Everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind.
Well, you know, working in this lifestyle that old Simeon and I live in, you can build up a lot of enemies. You make a lot of friends. Mostly, though, you make enemies. We'll be real. I mean, I know I'm real a lot, but the fact of the matter is this. When you do the shit you do with Los Santos, especially what we do, you're going to piss a lot of people off. And every once in a while, you're going to have to corral them horses. You're going to have to break them, or you're going to have to make them understand who the real boss is around this here farm. I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of those stories. When it comes to pettiness, well, you can call me Tom Petty, because I'm one of the most pettiest people that live in Los Santos, next to Simeon, that is. This here story's about, well, the bottles. You see, these sons of bitches done messed up again. Not about really buying a car and not paying for it. It's about stealing somebody else's car that bought one from us. Yeah, retribution's at hand. Sometimes, you gotta get dirty with this shit. When I say dirty, I'm talking about an all-out war. People gonna have to die. Bullets are gonna get fired. Things are gonna get blown up. People are gonna die. Sometimes the civilians get involved. Sometimes innocent guys. But that's just Los Santos. That's just the south side. Back there, well, that's how we roll sometimes. Like I said, I never claimed to be a good guy. I'm just somebody you don't want to fuck with. And that's facts. What do the kids say now? Facts, on God, no kizzy? Well, let me tell you my version of it. Boom goes the dynamite, motherfucker. Now, the car in question belonged to Simeon's nephew. He had bought it for him as a graduation present. Woke up one day, damn thing was gone. What was left behind, though, purple bandana. You would think that they were trying to set somebody up, but the reality was, no, they weren't. Apparently his nephew's dog, I guess, chewed one of them up or something, was able to get it off his leg or whatever. That poor dog, man, can't believe what they did to him. I mean, they killed his dog too. That's where you fucked up, Simeon. You don't fucking kill animals. I mean, there's just some things that you just draw a line on. But I guess killing ballers is like killing animals, so that's the way they act. You act like an animal, you get put down like one. So I went after it, pulled it up, grabbed it, and went out my way, with everybody in tow. That's alright though. This was a message to be sent. I was letting all the south side know, you don't fuck with Cleatus Warnhold and Simeon, especially Simeon's family. I mean, you may be able to get away with some shit with me. Well, good luck with that. Jobob and old Johnny's got my back. Yellow Dean, hell, even a Pooh. I can get a lot of folks down here if I need to. Bottom line is, I'm a one-man wrecking crew. And that's all you need right now. There's gonna come a time, though, where the boys are gonna have to get involved. We're really gonna have to go down to the south side and show some people what the hell's going on. Because you know what? Lessons don't get learnt pretty fast around there. And it seems like a lot of them have to be doled out. Hell, even the damn Grove Street decided to get involved in this shit. I'm telling you right now, worst thing them some bitches could have done was come running up on me in the middle of taking care of the bottles. Because there's just one thing that I don't see, is colors at all. You may be wearing green or purple, but if you're coming at me with a gun, you're gonna get shot the fuck up, son. Just the way it is. I think the one thing I didn't like the most, though, was when locals got involved. I hated seeing them get hurt like that. But unfortunately, shit happens like that, and the only people you can blame is the damn gangs down the south side, because ultimately they're the ones that started this shit. I'm just finishing it, like I said. I will say, not everybody down the south side was a complete idiot. Some of them knew what was going on, and they just wanted to let you know, hey, we're cool. We're just going to stay out this shit, which was good. Unfortunately, that didn't happen all the time. And when that didn't happen, you had to, make things a little clearer. Unfortunately, everything else we did in the south side would turn into being more bigger shit. See, this is just the beginning of the pettiness. Like I told you, we expanded our pettiness though up to Vinewood a couple times, but for the most part, we kept it contained to the south side. But when it did stretch out, all hell breaks loose. We'll have to get into that in a minute. Now, when I say pettiness extends up to Vinewood, that's a true story too. You see, a long time ago, Simeon used to do business with some nightclub owners up there. Basically, we'd steal cars from their lot. We'd resell them down here at PDM. That was just kind of a little scam we had running. Well, apparently one of them decided to flex himself. Show how badass he was. Like I said, pettiness goes a long way. When it comes down to it, we can just be as petty as we want to be. The bottom line is this nightclub owner, he decided to, start talking to the cops, so to speak. Got a lawyer, even tried to sue Simeon for libel, damage. I don't know what he tried to sue him for. All I know is that when I get a subpoena with my name on it, you done fucked up. I told Simeon I'd do this one for free. Shit. You don't try to summon me to court, get my phone records, try to find out what the hell I'm up to. You just don't do that. That's just not the right thing to go doing. You don't pry into my life because I don't pry into yours. How this sumbitch knew my name came into it, I don't know. But apparently, he decided to start the trouble. And like I said, when it comes to being petty, hell, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers ain't got shit on me, son. Not a damn thing. So, I decided to send a little message to him and his employees down there at the club he ran. Let's just say I used my explosive personality to send a message. Things that I'm good at. I mean, why steer away from what you know so well and embrace? I mean, everybody loves a beautiful explosion. Like the 4th of July even. I mean, if I could do anything right, I could make a beautiful light show. I think I was the best at that. So I sat on down there to the club parking lot and decided to start taking inventory and stock. Now there's one thing that old Simeon wanted me to do though, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the idea a lot. It wasn't my idea at all. The simple fact was, the owner had this beautiful Banshee, brand new, tricked out, modified. The thing had a beautiful exhaust note. And when it comes to cars, I mean, I'm a sucker for a good car. So I decided to borrow his car for a little midnight stroll, so to speak. But first, I had to take care of the other cars in the parking lot. Like I said, C4 always comes in handy when times of need. A little boom boom in your face. I mean, my favorite thing is boom goes the dynamite. May not be dynamite, but plastic, well, it can go boom too. From the people who deceive me, muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be better stand tall, ready for the fight. I think one of the hindsight moments in my life is being petty. Well, petty can kind of screw you up. You kind of get sloppy with what you do. Take for instance, the night I blew up all them cars in the parking lot of the club and stole that Banshee. Yeah, some people saw me do it. I can't deny that. Of course, that's part of making a statement. And, well, Los Santos finest decided to come after me. Once again, the cops in Los Santos are just not worth a shit. I don't think I've ever really gotten caught. Like I said, there was that one time, but that was a long time ago and that was another story. The reality is this. You juke and jive enough, them damn cops can't figure out where the hell you're at. And even though this thing had a tracker on it, I still couldn't figure out where the hell I was hiding at with it. And that's the best time. I really didn't care if I damaged the car. I mean, the reality was, It was free anyway. We were going to actually scrap it on a video and send it to the guy as a message to further on the cause. Well, I decided to tear it up just enough before we could make it back, and then we were going to flatten that son of a bitch. But, like I said, I had to get away from the cops first. That wasn't really hard. When you look back on it all, cops are just dumb. They have no clue. They don't know where to go, where to find you. When they do run into you, they don't know what to do or how to handle you. They just start shooting. That's the way Los Santos is. I think the best way to describe it is guilty until proven innocent. I mean, shit. They don't make an effort to try to find out what happened or what's going on. I mean, granted, I'm the one to talk. I mean, everything I'm doing is pretty much illegal. Let's just be real. But I have seen the cops mess with some damn locals for no reason. It's kind of funny. I just sit back and laugh, get a kick out of it, try not to get involved, because I ain't trying to get shot. I will say cops have shot the shit out of me, but I've always been able to get patched up, fixed up, get back to work. It's just the way it is. Some of the best times, though, I had just driving through the city recklessly, just not giving a shit, because they ain't gonna catch me anyway. I mean, check it out. A banshee like this sucker can run, let me tell you.
I wanna taste the pain. I think I'm seeing all red. 2 bullets in the gun, 1 shot to the head. I need a blank space. 'Cause everything is a threat, but I never back down. Man, I'd rather be dead. I'm making love to fate. And she look better in bed. And I'ma rock this life till I take my last breath. I wanna make a change. I got 1 life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging. Don't you forget.
I've gotta find a new purpose. Something I
At the end of the day, the moral of the story is this. Everything worked out. Nightclub owner dropped the charges. Cops basically dropped the case. DA was not wanting to pursue the matter. We took care of that on a separate issue. An old nightclub owner guy disappeared off into the night. Never to be heard from again. I didn't have anything to do with that. I do know a lot of places out in the desert, but it wasn't me. Now, although the first 2 stories were pretty good moments and examples of pettiness, I think this following one's probably the biggest and most of all. Here's the bottom line. Old Simeon had a saying, "You want to kill a lot of birds, bring a big stone." He says, the best way to say that is, your big stone, well, it's a giant monster truck. And the little birdies, the little birdies are all the assholes that have been just pissing Simeon off. I guess it was a bad day for old Simeon. The Banshee nightclubber had already disappeared, and we thought we had everything squared away with that. We'd already dealt with the ballers. But now, oh shit, the old tuner guys, tuner boys. You know them boys like to put all them flashy lights and cringy ass shit on their cars. Hey, I've got underglow on my cars, but it's tastefully done. I don't have some wild ass pink color on a car that doesn't even look right. I mean, I've got some cars I've worked on in my shop that I've kind of tricked out, but that's for going undercover. I have those for a reason. There's certain people in the tuner industry that I don't like, and I have my own vendetta against myself. Let's just be real. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's just a lot of folks that just really piss Simeon and I off. And these guys, they took it to a whole new level. Apparently there's a mastermind behind it all. These 2 brothers. See, they own a rival car lot. They're trying to outsell us and basically get rid of Simeon and I and how we conducted our business. It's not that they wanted to do it fair. I mean, let's be real. They were shadier than we were. They'd done a lot more worse stuff to the town than we could imagine. So, I decided to take their nice little monster truck they had up there at the arena and take it on a rampage and frame them for a lot of shit. Again, like I said, I never was a good guy and claimed to be a nice guy. But let me tell you, I like to impersonate bad guys even worse. Well, it's just easy to do that because I don't live personally. So, I wreaked havoc in that damn thing, and I proceeded to make a name for those 2 brothers. Thought everything was going pretty smooth. I'd eluded the cops for the most point. They caught up with me old Benny. And Well, I had to take care of some of them. Again, they just start shooting. Of course, I had blown up a couple cars, running them over, and stolen a monster truck, and vandalized half of the south side already. But you know what? You don't have to come shooting at me. Ask questions. No. They shoot first, ask questions later. Like I said, guilty until proven innocent. Well, that's all. I took care of everything. I still had one more car to blow up at Benny's, so I had to kind of evade the area, so to speak, and get the hell out of there. Yeah, it does what it does. I did send him a message, though. It was a pretty simple plan. The idea was pretty basic. Go after the Benny's tuner group, the lowrider group that is. Go after some of the local tuners, some of the guys with like the imports and whatnot. Take them out. Then go on up, take out the brothers dealership. And then also, take out the brothers, so to speak. Say like their plan backfired. I mean, the bottom line was, I just wanted to cause mayhem. I mean, you get to drive a monster truck on the streets of Los Santos, you're gonna blow shit up. Why would you not want to? Sadly though, like I said, the cops had to keep getting involved in the situation. And I rectified that multiple times. I mean, it got to the point where they're getting pretty aggressive. And apparently, some of the guys involved got the word that somebody was coming for them. They started getting a little bit more prepared themselves. Especially when I had to go down to the airport. See, we went after the car rental place down there too, because apparently the brothers owned a stake in that. Well, nobody wants to drive an electric car. I mean, come on. A Prius looking thing? No. I wouldn't be caught dead in something like that. I mean, I'm glad to save the environment and all, but no, I need some gas power. I need horsepower. I mean, I need cubic inches. What are we talking about here? Four banger electric motor, bunch of batteries in it? No, it's not how I roll. Well, when I showed up down there to do the rental lot, let's just say I made a big impact right off the bat. Wouldn't you know it, some bunches started shooting at me. They got kind of pissed, I guess. Which, I mean, I don't know why. They're electric cars. Maybe should have rented out better. It's kind of funny, though. That was the only thing left on the lot. And I know they rented other cars, too, apparently, but nobody wanted that shit. I think I kind of did them a favor, to be honest with you. I mean, in the long run, they got to collect insurance money on it. Of course, they had to pay that back to us. Conveniently enough, we were kind of doing a protection racket with them. That's what it ended up turning into afterwards. I mean, after we got rid of the two brothers, everything else was ours to take. And once again, the cops got involved. Hell, them some bitches were showing up at anything. I destroyed so many cop cars, it was kind of funny. They'd show up in their own electric cars, apparently, too. I guess they were just trying to get anywhere they could. But I digress. The bottom line is this. No matter what happened, they couldn't stop me. I was a force to be reckoned with. A big old monster truck like that, I was laying waste to the city. And nobody else could stop me. Nobody could stand in my way. That's for damn sure. I continued to make my rounds around the city, making stops where I needed to be, taking out everybody else that kept getting in the way. I mean, like I said, between the cops and trying to go back and everything, I did manage to find a way to get back to Benny's and take out some stuff. Unfortunately, though, I had to put down some cops, and that was a pretty rough time. It was kind of horrible. But I did it anyway. Like I said, not a nice guy. I still sleep good at night, too, by the way, just in case you're wondering. But when I got back to Benny's, I got the owner's car. Benny's himself. Oh, that was a prize moment. Let me tell you about that. Well, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as I did it, the cop showed up. Just like always. Got to do more chasing and running. That's all I could do. That's all I could do is run. Of course, looking at my checklist, there's only a couple things left. One was take out the brothers' dealership. Two, take out the brothers. And boy, we were getting close to that one. I was so ready to be done with that. I went in and took shortcuts. I didn't want to run them over. I didn't have time for that. I had too many cops on me. So, boom goes the dynamite. And of course, cops got in the way. I'm telling you, I can't be responsible for collateral damage of ignorance. Stupidity itself is a disease. And these cops, well, they all seem to be infected with it. What can I say? So, after I blew up their dealership of cars, I went ahead and blew up their personal car. That was more fun than anything. And, well, went on the hunt for the brothers.
I'll fill the seeds as it spread with every word that I've said.
Well, when I finally did catch up with them brothers, let's just say the Holy Spirit of God was put into them. I think they shit themselves. I mean, I think I could smell it at least. I don't know. I was raised on a farm, so, after a while you get desensitized to the smell of farm animals. Boy, these little piggies were running and squealing like they could. Let me tell you. It's like they made their first house out of straw, the second out of wood, and tried to make a brick one, and it didn't work for them. Not when you got a big-ass monster truck coming after you. Let me tell you. That pretty much handles everything. So anyway, that's kind of how it ends. That's where I went with it all. Yeah, I went there. Went there pretty hard, to be honest with you. So what did we learn? I guess the moral of the story is this. You piss off Simeon, and you piss me off, then you got two petty-ass people. Pettiness is just not the way to go about in life. So if you want to be like me, by all means, continue to be petty in life. If you want to be an upstanding individual, don't take shit personally. At least don't start shit with the wrong people. How about that? Because in Los Santos, you really never know who's behind the shadows or who's actually connected to who. You don't want to fuck up like that. Not at all.
There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.